All right, so I removed the factory crash bar so I could try to mount my intercooler so I can get the piping all figured out, because I did just get my 90 intercooler coupler reducer, so that way I can get it to go through here, which will be perfect because it'll route out here and then obviously come into here. Now the only problem is this is an intercooler that I've had for a while, picked it up a long time ago. It is a Greddy intercooler, so I definitely want to run it, but the only problem is the factory frame rails where the crash bar mounts. One, I have to trim this because it needs to sit about another 1.5 inches into the front of the vehicle, but unfortunately this is in the way on both sides. And on top of that, that means I can't run the factory crash bar, which I wanted to do, just save some money. I usually just trim it so it fits, but with that kind of in the way, I don't know how it'll fit over it. But because yeah, this will have to be trimmed, and then this will be about in this area, so I might have to trim even this area so that way the coupler doesn't get pinched up against it. I don't know, we'll see. If I can trim that and still run the crash bar, or the OEM crash bar, I will. But if not, I might have to get an aftermarket one. Just another one of those things that you have to deal with, but it's starting to look nice with everything together. I removed the bumper support bar just for some more room, and I went ahead and marked where I want it cut, so I'm gonna kind of just follow along this, and obviously up top, same thing on this side, just kind of matched it, and hopefully that gives me enough clearance. I don't want to cut off too much, even though, I mean, there's probably not a whole bunch of structure support on this farther end, because it will mainly be here, but obviously you want to keep as much as you can. All right, she's on, so I might have notched that more than I needed to, but that's okay. At least it looks fairly clean, super solid. So got the mount at the top right here, and at the bottom it goes on the core support over here. So I had to bend this bracket, by the way. I think whoever had it before got in like an accident because the bracket was completely in a different position, so I had to straighten it out to make it look like this. But it fits now, and it is nice and even, nice and straight. Also, the distance between this and this are identical, so she sits in there proper. All right, so this is the issue that I was concerned about. I kind of just placed the crash bar on there just to get it to be about where it's supposed to be. And this is where the issue is. So if you look, this is where the bolt is supposed to match up to on the crash bar. And we have a distance of about, I'd say 2.25, and right here where it's actually going to hit 2 1/4, we would be a good half into the crash bar. So, and I would have to notch it all the way from here straight across, and at that point we're already cutting off a big chunk of the support for the whole reason behind this crash bar. I don't know if I want to run that. I know some people, they'll cut this completely off and it'll be 2 pieces, but I don't know if I want to run it that way. I'd rather be safer than sorry. So I guess it's something to think about. I'll take it off for now just so I can run everything, but I might have to just go aftermarket crash bar. I think it'll be worth it. So I wanted to get all the intercooler piping in its place. We've got the intercooler mounted, as you guys already saw, and now I'm using just some spare piping that I had laying around. Now this is the Greddy kit, so it's for the S14. I did have to modify this side a little bit. This pipe was one piece, and I actually just went ahead and cut it so that way it ended up where I wanted to meet right here. Same thing with this pipe. I had to shorten this quite a bit too, but it does look pretty clean, so I'm happy with that. Nice and tucked. I do need to remove the nasty old paint that was previously on there, but that is all secure now. So the hot side is good and ready to go. Now, as far as what I'm running right now, currently I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it, but it is a 4-inch 45 that I also cut, and I have a K&N filter. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to run the trumpet, which I have over there, but I wanted it to be filtered for right now until I figure it out. So hot side's done. Now it is time to get the cold side, which I need to drill a hole right here, which I might have to just use this as a pilot. I have a 3-inch hole saw, so we'll see how it works for that. And I do need some space for the IAC valve hose, so I don't know if I'm gonna run it through here as well, or if I'll run it down below where the oil cooler lines go down here. So anyways, I know I will have to cut this hose because it is quite big. I'm gonna shorten up, but I want to see where this kind of lays out first. And then this is the pipe I will be using. I will have to cut this as well because I'll probably just use up to here, but gotta make this hole first, and then we can kind of move on from there. All right, so that doesn't look too bad. All right, so unfortunately I had to make a second hole because it was just not even close to being big enough. Only reason why is because when this goes in, the part of the, I think this is like a blow-off valve adapter, this part right here needs to come through as well. So I just made a second hole. Try to make it as clean as I could, so it'll have to do. And then I'm gonna grind those edges off a little bit just so that I can get a little bit more clearance. But here, let me show you guys how she fits. So like I said, I do have to grind this off a little bit right here, a little bit more, and a little bit over here. And but it's about where she's gonna sit. I'm gonna enlarge that just so that way there's no rubbing. But if you look, it should bring this right about here. And I've already made marks on where I want to cut this. I do want to make sure I have enough lip on this because I do have that roller that gives you that little lip on there. So I might even bring that, like, I don't know, maybe a little bit further over here. And also, I need to figure out how I'm going to route the hose that goes to this for the IAC valve. There's not a lot of space up here, and I don't know if I can run it through that same hole. So that's another, unless I just drill a hole right here where there's already a hole there to the other side possibly. But then that goes, yeah, that goes right down there. So that might work. And then just make like a little grommet so it doesn't get cut up. All right, piping is cut and got it right about where I want it to be. If you look, it fits 90 right here. So now I need to cut this guy so that it fits how we want it. All right, I think that's good. So that fits nicely. I'll make a hole over here, and then still nice and snug with some space. I think I just need to figure this out and then route this line right here. I think that'll be a good spot for it though. And just like that, you get a nice, perfect bead around the piping so it doesn't slip off. I'll leave a link for this tool. Pretty awesome tool on Amazon. It's like 45 bucks or so. Definitely worth it if you do anything with aluminum intercooler piping. So. And don't mind this. I'm just using this right now just to mock up because the coupler I have is a little too large. I went with a 3-inch and this is 2.75. So I will get a new 45. So I will be getting a new 45 coupler that will work without having to use this. But for now, just to mock everything up, it works perfectly. And yeah. I'm gonna fit this all together. Actually, before that, I'm gonna drill that hole, and that way I can get this tube in there. All right, so not the cleanest hole. Looks like there was some seam sealer over here that is peeling off. But I'm gonna clean it up a little bit with my little hand grinder, and I'll put a little grommet on there so that it doesn't rip up the hose, but that should be perfect for what I need it to do. And just so you can see it, this is kind of where it comes out right here. All right, I think I got it. So I do need to shave a little bit more over here. As far as down here, this is perfect. If you look, this I had to actually bend just using a torch and a breaker bar, kind of bending it in the direction that I wanted to aim it towards, which is obviously this opening for the hose. Now I just need to make sure to line that with some vacuum line hose or something, so that way it's nice and secure without getting cut. I think the only thing left after that is pretty much my fan wiring, which I don't really need that to get it to idle and run for right now. But I do want to start on my downpipe. So I'll have to put my wastegate on, route my downpipe, and we can actually hear this thing idle. Long time coming, but slowly and surely we're getting there. All right, pretty much all done. Got everything bolted up. Couplers are on with the hose clamps, and same with down here. And the only thing I need is to find the size of this and then the diameter of the blow-off valve flange so that I can just utilize this for now. Also, the IAT sensor, I don't know if I should do it over here or if I should just for now go through the coupler, which I don't want to do that. It's kind of janky, but everything looks good and I can somewhat move on